Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your September 2019 general readings. We are looking at the first half of September from the 1st through the 15th. Thanks to everyone for taking the time to tune into this video today, for any of the videos, and for following my YouTube channel. For all your likes, shares, and subscribes, thank you, and welcome to any newcomers and first timers. And always a big note of gratitude to all of my clients out there, both for keeping me so busy and for so many of you returning over and over again. It's always an honor and a pleasure, and I am always conscious of the trust that you put in me to read for you. So thank you. If any of you out there are interested in scheduling a personal reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. And you can also go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button there. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I can usually respond to initial inquiries within the same day or within the first 24 hours. And scheduling is pretty timely too. I do readings full-time 6 days a week. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules and my own to set up readings as quickly as we can. So email me if you're interested and we'll go from there. Okay, moving right into this reading. This is for the fire sign of Sagittarius for the first half of September 2019. If you know your other signs, rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, watch those as well. It can be helpful in providing additional clarification, or sometimes some of your other signs will resonate a little more predictively at different times than your primary sun sign. Because general readings, as many of you know, always resonate a little differently for everyone watching. Okay, Sagittarius, let us see what is in store for you in the first half of September. We begin with the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Cups. We have Justice, followed by the Three of Cups. Somebody's winning. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the first half of September is the Nine of Swords. This is a lot of stress, anxiety, worry, staying up late at night, can't sleep, obsessively thinking about something over and over and over again, your brain kind of chewing on itself, imagining the outcome, imagining a lot of different outcomes, and it's always the worst possible outcome. It's a card which represents often fear of the future, an unknown future, envisioning that it's going to be really horrible, and trying to write the script for a future which hasn't even played out yet, which is way, way, way above our pay grade. So you can lessen a lot of this energy right off the bat. It doesn't mean that the source of whatever you're worried about is not valid, but the Nine of Swords shows up when you're thinking about it too much, it's too negatively focused, and you built it up into your head to be basically the monster in your head, and it's not actually reflected in the reality of the outcome. Because you're going to be celebrating at the end. I mean, this is an absolutely gorgeous reading, but it's probably the stress because you're waiting on an offer, you're waiting for something to be resolved. Some of you, it might be a legal situation, and you're stressed about what the results are going to be, and that's understandable. And it also feels like whatever it is that you're hoping is coming in or waiting to come in is rather slow moving. But let's pull a clarifying card for that Nine of Swords. Money, legal situations, or a combination of both, perhaps. Judgment in the upright. So you have Judgment and Justice both. So for some of you, it might be a legal situation. You're waiting on an outcome, or you're waiting for an offer. You're waiting for something to be resolved. And it might be something that involves money as well. You know, like a civil suit or litigation, or you could just be waiting for an offer to come in. It could be a job offer of some kind as well. Judgment represents an opportunity. You have Judgment and Justice both. Judgment represents an opportunity to make a decision that you are responsible for and that you will be accountable for, either to yourself or somebody else, because that's what Judgment represents. It is sometimes represents the second chance card. It represents that whatever you do, whatever choices you make, and whatever you set into motion, not what you think or wish for or want or dream or envision, but what you actually do is going to have lasting consequences, and you're not going to be able to reverse it. If it represents a second chance or whatever this opportunity is coming in, it's either not going to come around again, or it's not going to come around for a long time. So there definitely is an opportunity here or you're hoping there's going to be an opportunity here, and therein is like all the stress, anxiety, worry. But you're celebrating at the end. You have Justice and the Three of Cups. Justice can sometimes be a tricky card to interpret, particularly in relationships, because justice usually represents that, you know, what you put into something is going to be reflected in the outcome. We reap what we sow. So the cautionary advice with justice is to be transparent, to do things with the highest level of honesty, honor, and integrity as possible, because that will be reflected in the eventual outcome. Justice can be tricky to interpret because it often represents that the outcome of something is going to be based on what's already been decided or what you've already done. But in the upright position, it represents that the results, the outcome, whatever this means for you, is going to be karmically fair. Meaning that God, Spirit, and the angels and guides, whatever the outcome, you can rest assured that it's going to be karmically fair. However, it's clarified by the Three of Cups, which is sometimes referred to as the party card. It is a card of celebration, getting out, celebrating, having a good time, raising a glass of wine, eating, drinking, dancing, listening to music, especially with good friends, people that you really feel good about. But there is a high social energy to this card, and it is a card, obviously, of celebration. Well, right before it, and that's occurring. Time is always fluid, and we're looking at a short period of time here. I like to look at shorter periods of time in the general readings because they're more predictive. So we're looking at a 2-week period of time, and it looks like at least somewhere during that time, maybe more towards the middle of the month for some of you, is when that celebration comes in. There really is a sense of victory, having something to celebrate. Right before it, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles represents an offer coming in, because Knights represent offers and opportunities, because something to be achieved, because they are the deliverers, the guardians, the bringers of the tarot. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves. So the Knight of Pentacles has a mission, a quest. He's bringing something. But he's slower moving than his other three brother knights, because he's the Knight of Pentacles, which is governed by the element of earth, and earth is the slowest moving element of fire and air and water. So the Knight of Pentacles is slow, he's cautious, he's well armored, he stops from time to time to take a look around and make sure that everything's good, everything's cool, everybody's protected, that, you know, everything's proceeding as possible, and then he continues forward. He covers every step of the way, does all the work. He may achieve his mission and quest a little slower than his brother knights, but there won't be any shortcuts taken. He will have covered it all, every single detail, every bit of ground. So it is coming in, but it's moving a bit on the slow side, perhaps. Now, it's clarified with the Two of Cups, which is interesting, because for legal situations, it might be that you and your mate or partner, and soulmates can be a romantic karmic connection, or they can be a friendship karmic connection. Every once in a while, they can be a karmic connection with someone you feel you don't like. The purpose is for the two of you to learn lessons and evolve beyond where you're at. Sometimes that means somebody you love, and sometimes it means somebody that stays with you for the rest of your life, and sometimes it means that once that karmic lesson is learned, you separate and go your separate ways. But you never forget them, and you never forget the lessons learned. It really just depends on which soulmate this is. So it could be, I'm hoping that this isn't a civil litigation or a lawsuit against someone you're karmically connected with, because you'll run into them again. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the karmic connection. It might go away, there might be time, distance, separation, but you'll come back together again until whatever it is that spirit means for you to accomplish together has been accomplished. So it could be that the two of you, romantic partners or best friends or something, you may be waiting for an offer to come in, which significantly affects both of you. It could be waiting for, because we have justice and judgment both here, it could be waiting for the results of a lawsuit, of a legal case, whether it's criminal or civil, and it could be, you know, perhaps a monetary outcome you're hopefully waiting for, or an innocent verdict that you're waiting for. It could also be that you're waiting for an offer to come in that has something to do with the earth energy area of your life, which is the structure of our life and what makes us feel stable: money, finances, property, work, job, asset, etc. So it could be a job offer or opportunity, which would definitely have an impact on a very close personal relationship, particularly if, you know, you're romantically connected, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you're living together, you know, your finances are intertwined together. You may be waiting for a job offer or a money offer or some kind of tangible offer that's going to make a difference in the day-to-day aspects of your life, in terms of particularly financial and monetary things, or things which are practical and tangible that you can see and touch and feel in your life. So you're waiting for this offer, and there's a lot of stress and anxiety. You're thinking maybe it won't come, or maybe the outcome is going to be bad, because that's what this Nine of Swords is. Throw this out the window. Well, I mean, not literally. I'm not going to throw it out the window. It's part of my deck. But the energy, I mean, only a few points of this are valid in terms of your stress and anxiety, but regardless of what you put yourself through in terms of thinking about this negatively, it's not going to have any effect on the outcome, because the outcome is going to be based on whatever went before it. It's going to be karmically fair based on the concrete choices and actions of everybody who was involved in this. There is a very strong indication and implication because of these two cards at the end, or we're looking at around from the first half of September, that there will definitely be a tremendous amount of celebration going on. So whatever it is you're waiting for, it looks like you're going to be very happy, throwing a party, going out, celebrating, having a few. So Sagittarius, this level of energy is unnecessary. Yeah, I was just waiting to see if I got anything else, and I'm not. A pretty clear, straightforward sort of reading. So Sagittarius, that is your reading for the first half of September. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's a fabulous, positive reading, other than the Nine of Swords, but that only points to your own inner atmosphere, your own what goes on up in your heads, which is what the Suit of Swords governs, is what goes on up in our heads, what we think and what we believe. And that's the only negative or challenging energy in this, is how you're actually viewing it and driving yourself crazy with it. So don't do that. It does not at all look like it's necessary here. So I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If it resonated for you, or if any of the videos do, and you'd like it to take a deeper look at something specific in your life, or just set up a personal reading with me for something else, please feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and schedule a reading in as timely a time frame as we can. I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life: love and romance, relationship compatibility readings, which utilize specific charts to look at the different dynamics and motives and feelings of each person, different aspects of each person in a specific relationship. 6 and 12-month life overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. Pretty useful for planning and preparing. Career, work, and finance readings, investment readings, and also I offer the option of purchasing readings as gifts for other people. Personal readings make great gifts for people because they're unique and specific to whoever the reading is for, so nobody else will have one just like yours. So they make great gifts as well. So a few things to choose from for those of you who are interested. I look forward to hearing from you. So Sagittarius, I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the September 2019 mid-month general readings. As always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope you join us here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.